Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Today, let me make a chair too for this one. Alright, just knocked the living crap out of my projector just now. Put that back to where we had it at. Alright. I guess that was going to come down sooner or later. Let's just grab and put it back up there again. Hopefully we got it up there well. Alright, so the reason why we do these demonstrations is because if people didn't lie about their products and didn't make statements about their products that were not true, they wouldn't have to be outed. Now, one of the things we talk about when it comes to our black technology, that the black technology will have a tad lower white level than a gray screen or white screen due to the fact that these screens are going to be able to pull a higher white level. One of the strong points on black technology or darker technology, it has the ability to be able to pull very heavy contrast levels and very deep rich colors. Now, you have individuals out there that are making statements that their products are equal to our black technology screens, can do the exact same thing. They're also making statements that they can pull heavy contrast levels and their colors pop off the screens. Well, I know on my end that this is not true, due to the fact that when they do display contrast levels, they will constantly do these contrast levels in dark environments. This gives them a better chance of pulling a better contrast level. And they will basically, when doing well-lit environments, color the screen with different forms of colors. So we have over here the Christie LW420, which is the full 1080p projector at 4300 lumens, 1920 by 1200. We are extremely close to the screen, as I'm used to being a little farther back, around 13 to 14 feet back from the screen. We have several screen paints. The screen paints we have up here are screen paints that claim that they can produce color and contrast equal to our darker technologies. First screen paint is the Crow's Personal Mix. Second one is Crow's Metallica Mix. And the third screen we have up there is by Elite Screens. White screen, Acoustic Pro. I think 1080p 3 with a 0.9 gain. Now, they don't make any claims that their products produce contrast levels, which they just felt just now. They don't make those claims at all, stating that their products produce very heavy contrast levels, or they have the capability to be able to produce insane colors next to darker screens. Keep in mind, they develop darker screens. They have dark screens and light screens. Well, this particular individual is the only person that I see. I don't see anybody else that develops screen paint making these accusations. So, like I said, we have our Christie projector right here. Got it up close and personal on the screen. We're not that far from the screen. If I back up here, I'll show you how close we're in the screen next to the sloughs. And as also too stated, and a great deal of his demonstrations, he feels that his product basically turns our screens dark, like unseeable, unwatchable. You can't see the screens at all. So let's see. We have our, this right here is 148 inch of our signature black acoustic blackout cloth surface. So let's see what we get. All right, so first thing we're going to do is what I like to do. We all know I like to go into my white levels first on the screen. I'm so glad the heat blows from the front of these projectors and not the side, because I'd be getting it about right now. All right, white screen saver. And it's the first thing I display anytime I do any demonstrations in certified screens or wherever it may be. The first thing I display are the white levels first. All right, so there's our white levels right there, versus his product and versus the white screen over here, the Elite screen with the 0.9 gain. All right, color red. There you go. And like I said, this is why you're being told to calibrate your projector. I've never told you to calibrate a projector, not ever. There's no point because our screens pull a proper color. But anyone who's telling you to calibrate a projector or they have calibrated their projector, it's because they had an issue with color pulling up on the screen. And as you can see, the white screen pulls a less of a color. The ones that are going to pull a little more of a better color, all these three would be the Metallica Mix 2.0. But next to a black screen, they're not going to be able to pull. They're not going to be able to match the black screen. All right, let's see what other colors we have on here. I want a slow color change up. That's a lot easier. Slow color changing. Much easier to do this one.
My favorite part about coming to St. Francis is definitely just the community here.
I want to talk about Cash App. Cash App lets me send something with a quick text.
All right, so we do a slow color change out. As always, fully lit environment. Because anytime we do our demonstrations, we're definitely going to be in a lot of ambient light. And as you can see, as the screen starts to change color, the black screen is able to maintain beautiful colors, where the screens in between are having a problem picking up. White screens definitely have a really, really hard time picking up color. Now, like I said, in my demonstrations, I'm going to tell you, I do tests against certified screens in different forms of different calibers of projectors. We do demonstrations inside and outside in a fully lit environment, so you see exactly what you're getting. Sorry, when it comes to our product. We show you the white levels as we displayed to show you that how our screens pull white levels and that you can see the screen crystal clear. Like I said, problem I have with not the Elite screen, but with the screen paint we have here, if you're going to consider yourself to be equal to a black screen, then you need to display the entire demonstration, which means white levels, contrast levels, very important contrast levels, and also to colors, which you should be displaying. Okay, let's go over to contrast demonstrations. Now this is the one thing I see you do not do in your demonstrations anytime you go against a darker screen. The Dark Star 9 has an amazing contrast capability, and not once did you do any form of contrast levels on that screen at all, period. Now, the individual claims that his product is equal to a black screen, equal to gunmetal technology. With as light as his screen being, he claims he can pull the exact same contrast level as a darker screen. He also claims that his products can also produce a white level equal to a white screen. That's impossible. Now, I feel that if I am wrong in this demonstration, and chances are he's probably going to do something to try to come after us instead of backing up what your product can do. If you claim my product can't do 4K, I can show you demonstrations of a dedicated 4K screen paint and me unboxing a 4K projector. I can back it up. If you tell me my product can't produce an image outside, well, I can show you in the requirement time that we have under the specifications on our website that says what time you can use our screen paint. I can go out there and provide an image. Anything you tell me about my product that I have within the specifications and within my tests, I can back it up. The problem we have here is that you can't back it up. If you're making a claim that your product, can produce a contrast level equal to a black screen, then you need to display that. Which I have yet to see, or I think anybody else has yet to see. Sorry, sample sheet fell off. We have to go back. There we go. And that's what I feel we should do. Instead of going into a little rage or these little fits he has, he should back up his product. Show a demonstration of a black sheet of paper and your screen producing a star field equal to match that black sheet of paper or come extremely close to it. We can do it on white sheets of paper all day long. As a matter of fact, I'm doing it against a certified white screen right now.
Your home can be a reflection of who you are. Let us help you bring it to life, one moment at a time.
I mean, his campaigning by saying that, oh, the screens, you can't see them, that's been done to death, Crow. That's done to death. We're doing this live. We do our demonstrations live. Only time I may do a pre-record is when I want to show clarity on the screen. But other than that, if I'm showing a demonstration such like so, I'm live in real time. Your product does not have the capability to see proper color. This is why you had to calibrate your projector. This is why you advise your customers to calibrate their projectors. Can't pick up proper color. They're colorblind. These are older screens. Well, not the Pro Elite screens. That's a white screen. White screen's only going to have a certain ability to be able to go by so far. This is why Elite screen has a dark star 9, a darker gunmetal screen. You do not pick up contrast levels equal to a black screen. You need to stop lying to your customers. You can sit in the dark all you want and do these half-lit environment demonstrations and say, look, I pull the same. No, you don't. You don't pull the same. We're in a fully lit environment. As you can see, my house is nice and bright. Always fully lit, always well lit. We're on a 4300 lumen projector, plenty of power. And you still are not pulling a contrast level. Even your red levels are dropping. This is a Chrissy. It's a Chrissy projector. You can't pull an image. I'm not going to come on here and tell you that my black screens can pull a white level equal to a white screen. That's virtually impossible. That's foolishness. Sony 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now he thinks someone's going after his product. No, someone's telling the truth about your product. I'm not maliciously going after your product. You need to tell the truth. You need to come on and stop lying to people and tell them your product's doing something that it's not. That's why you depend on that projector, because that projector has certain perks in it to make your screen look good. You depend on that. And even at that, it's a shame because the P2 is being shorted on your screen because that projector has amazing contrast levels, which you can't produce. I can produce a contrast level on any projector I choose in my shop. Even those that don't even have a contrast rating, that screen will pull a black level in proper color. I got over 40 projectors. I've never calibrated any of them. And I can use every last one of them in a fully lit environment, including that 200 lumen Brookstone that hit that liquid screen sitting next to a window. Let's go over to this one over here. And so you can get an idea on what a well-lit environment looks like. Because you keep doing these dark demonstrations, sitting in the dark. And I don't understand that, how you're considering that to be a well-lit environment. This is how well-lit your environment's supposed to be. Ain't no dark spots in my house. I got my lights out right now. My house is still more well-lit than your apartment. And I know about your instructions because the first time we bought your screen paint, you gave me those instructions on how your product has to be used in an ambient light controlled environment, that I had to have a particular projector to use your product. I know about that stuff already. How you wanted a fair demonstration. So a fair demonstration to you is sticking my screen and your screen in the dark. That don't make a difference. I can put my screen in a dark environment and still beat your screen. You can't see color or contrast. Doesn't have that. Okay, look at the white screen. Even when you do fake reviews against our product, you are still in the dark. Let's go find ourselves another contrast demonstration. Even the reds fade. Now this is usually, like I said, the other companies like the Elite Screens, they're going to use an ambient light controlled environment. That's just protocol with their stuff. That's what they're going to do. They already know that they stick their screen in an ambient light controlled environment. They use a high-end projector. They can pull off a pretty decent image. And this is something they're going to pass on to the customers because this is going to be protocol. This is the instruction to use their screen to optimize your viewing pleasure. They're going to require you to be in an ambient light controlled environment, and they're going to require you to have a pretty good projector in order to do it. Where in his product, he's constantly trying to do demonstrations against screens that are designed to be used in fully lit environments. Now, how are you testing your products against a screen that's completely out of your element? Which means you're claiming to be able to pull a contrast level equal to a black screen, but you can't do that. That's impossible. If that was the case, then there wouldn't be anything such thing as a gunmetal screen or a darker screen. It wouldn't exist because you could get the same quality out of a light gray screen. You're claiming the impossible. You also claim that your products can turn our screen dark, unseeable. Now, you will forget this because you'll come back in and do the same dumb demonstration, but just to refresh your memory again, that's a 0.9 Elite screen on the far end. That's a white screen. That screen produces a higher white level again than all our screens combined. And yet that screen can't turn my screen dark and unseeable. But yet your gray screen paints can. You don't use common sense. We knew that was coming. I'll put it back up. On this side. I'm not dressed for the day. Stop making accusations that you just can't seem to back up. Now that Lux screen, usually I don't have that thing stretched out. I actually will be stretching that screen out. That's what's going on over there. Got me a nice little frame for it. We're going to stretch it out nice and tight. And we're going to put that against your product because you claim that, you know, I'm pretty sure, judging by the color of your products and that screen, you probably basically matched the screen. I would say you matched it. And keep in mind, that screen versus my black technology, we blew that screen out of the water, including the 18 in the kitchen drawer. So, I mean, if you're saying you match it, that's good. But if you matched it, we blew it out of the water. So, wouldn't that make our product better than yours? Let's go with another one. Let's do this one. This is another personal favorite of mine.
This is what freedom sounds like. And this is what freedom smells like. Enjoy 30 fleets of ultra growth freshness from Freedom's Fire.
Now, next time you do a demonstration in a poorly lit environment, trying to show off a contrast level, this is what you need to do. You take yourself a black sheet of paper, you stick that right in the center of your screen. You lighten up that entire room, pull those curtains up, those shades, brighten up that area, which you usually do when you show off colors on that screen, and you match that starfill demonstration. But if you're making claims that your screen is equal to a black Nova or equal to a Signature 17, which are darker screens, then you need to take that black sheet of paper, stick that in the middle of your screen, and match that screen. That's what you need to do. Because someone's going to make an accusation to me that my product doesn't work with 4K. Well, guess what, buddy boy? I got demonstrations to back it up. That's why I have so many demonstrations. I got a demonstration to back up everything under my technology. My screens crack or peel. I got a demonstration on YouTube of me actually freezing a screen into a block of ice and pulling it apart on camera. Yeah, that's why it's important to do test demonstrations, so we can back everything up, just like I did with the 4K. And the interesting thing about that, when my friend was laughing about the horror, he said, not only did you were able to produce and show your screen paint being used with a 4K projector, but your environment was 5 times brighter than his, and your projector sat back even farther. Right next to a window in condensed lighting. And here you are sitting in a dark environment with a $3,000 and $4,000 projector in the corner with a little bit of light on a 4K. I even beat you on a 4K projector. Look at this. Your contrast is equal to what? I don't know where you get this from. I really don't. No, you're not equal to a black screen. You're not equal to any black screen. You're not even equal to a black of freaking construction paper. No, you're not at all, period. You gotta stop lying to your customers. I mean, maybe your customers believe all that nonsense. Hey, it just tells you where the intelligent level lays. I'm not trying to call you stupid or anything, but come on, really? Seriously? Guys, does nothing but demonstrations in the dark constantly all the time. That should have been the first red flag right there. That should have popped up on your list. And it's constantly in the dark all the time. Starfield screensaver. One demonstration you won't do is you're terrified of doing a Starfield screensaver. The only thing your product can do, I'm going to tell you right now, it can produce a slightly higher contrast than a white screen, which is being displayed right now. It can produce slightly higher, it produces a better image than a white screen. Then again, any gray screen is going to do that one. Can it produce white levels equal to a white screen? No, it can't do that. It can't at all. I can back that up by pulling out a 135-inch Elite white screen and putting your product up there. It's not going to blend in with that screen, but a snowstorm being displayed. Not going to do that. Can your screen paint produce a contrast level equal to a black or gunmetal screen? Nope, can't do that either. Neither can your UV mix. Your UV mix cannot pull a contrast level next to a black screen. Can you produce higher color pop than a black screen? No, not going to happen. Can't do that either. That's why gray screens are in that in-between limbo. They can't pull white levels, they can't pull color, and can't pull contrast. The only difference is they're slightly better than a white screen. Panasonic 4K demonstration. Panasonic 4K demonstration. I don't know how you possibly getting this from that. I might have to unplug you. Where's my surge? I'm gonna try you one more time. Panasonic 4K demonstration. And she's having a moment. Let me unplug. No, you don't pull up the blue on the Chrissy splash display, and you don't pull up the Fire Stick correctly, because Fire Sticks, when they come up, they're black. And judging by the side of my screen, my projector is sitting at 4,300 lumens. It's sitting right up on top of the screen. We're only probably about a good maybe about 6-7 feet from the screen. We're not that far. A venue projector, and this is a venue projector, by the way. These are projectors that are used for commercials and stuff like that. You're not picking up on this at all, period. She's always a little choppy to begin with. Let me see, we'll start off here. Panasonic 4K demonstration. Now, you being much lighter than my screen, let's see if you can turn my screen dark as you displayed in the demonstrations. It's black image that pops up next to your Cinemax, which we're going to have here also. And that is going to be quite interesting to see that your Cinemax is actually lighter than your personal mix. And that's your personal mix right there. Now, if we could do this with a white screen next to ours with a 0.9, and your screen's nowhere near a 0.9 and a white screen, then what do you think is going to happen when the Cinemax gets here? Do you think it's going to do the exact same thing you displayed in your demonstration? No, it's not. And this is where you don't also too do your math, and you don't, and people can tell the bottom line, you're definitely a liar on every level. If our product came up that dark and you couldn't see it, well, there would be no orders for my products at all. I have been in business for over 12 years. The fact that I've been in business that long shows that my product does function and does work properly. The fact that I can walk through my house with screens that are twice as larger than yours in a fully lit environment on cheap old projectors and still produce an outstanding image shows that, yeah, you just basically just lie and slander people's products. You get mad when you get outed. That's when you get upset. And I have right now, considering the orders I have on my table, I got another 3 orders that just came in today for the black technology. And I have another one sitting outside at 135 inches that's jet black. As a matter of fact, when you go on my website, you get a chance to see 180 inch of that technology being displayed outside in the morning hours. Yeah, so this is how we know you lie. Let's go over here and let's see. Let's grab this one right here. This is a contrast demonstration also. You said your product can produce is equal to our technology. Now, I bet you he'll get mad at this and he'll go back to the whole black sheet by saying this is how, again, like I said, I don't know how his brain functions. I think there might be some, I think he needs to get an MRI. I really do believe he needs to get an MRI. You're watching someone do a live demonstration showing his product and a white screen against their product, and they're showing this beautiful bright image. Screen's not turning dark, but he keeps coming back on here with his black sheet saying this is their product. If that was the case, our technology wouldn't sell. And we wouldn't have contracts under a company's names. People wouldn't buy. I wouldn't be in business. That wouldn't exist at all. You know why you keep going back to that same thing? Because that's all you got. That's all you got. That's the only thing that you have. That's it. You make the exact same product. I just realized that. You don't make anything new. We got screens that are designed to be liquid. We got all different forms of colors, screens, different colors you can name. We're designing something new. Every time you turn around, there's something crazy we're working on, something that we're developing. You come out with the same product over and over and over again. Either gray, light gray, or dark gray. Same thing. And it all reacts the same way. That's two different screen paints right there. That's your personal mix and your Metallica mix. Look at them. They look just the same. Another demonstration you displayed over our screens come up so dark you can't see them. I think he has delusion of grandeur. You know what that is, right? That's where a person believes in something so much it actually becomes real inside their mind. Or maybe you have multiple personality complex disorder. Maybe there's a couple of people living inside you. That could be it too. Some kind of phobia going on in there. I want to see where in the world your screen is supposed to be equal to our technology. I'm curious. I'm going through videos. We're doing bright colors, doing everything, are we not? Contrast. Where is this? How's the screen supposed to turn dark? In your demonstrations, you have this dark spot in the middle of the screen. How come we're not getting that? What is going on there? Look, you even faded on the door. Your colors are washed out. You're doing the exact same thing that the white screen is doing. Only thing you could do, like I said, you can pull a higher white level, which you're supposed to. You're a light gray screen. Just like I'm a black screen, I'm supposed to pull higher contrast levels. But you said you were equal to my technology, so you're not pulling your colors correctly. Only thing you're pulling is better white level. That's it. Wash out. Look at the colors of the flowers. Now, mind you, we showed the skin tones. That image supposed to come up where my screen was so dark you couldn't see it, because that's how he displays it. Anytime he shows skin tones, there's this big black spot in the middle of the screen, and that's supposed to be us. All right. Let's keep moving along. Let's see what we can get here. And we can get some images to come up dark as he displays in his videos. And we're not now, you can't get mad over this. All we're doing is showing off your product as you claimed it produces contrast levels equal to a black screen. That's what we're doing. And we're basically trying to figure out, in your demonstration, you're showing this really dark image is supposed to be our product. We're trying to match that, because this is what you're telling people. So we're just trying to match your demonstration. And this is your product. I bought it. As soon as your Cinemax gets here, I'll do an unboxing, show that we have it, just like I did the rest of them. All right, so let's go over to, the one he did on the food, the demonstration about the food, where we are supposed to come up very, very dark. We did that demonstration yesterday, but let's recap on that one. All right, let's see which one we're going to go with first. Got a couple of nice ones on here. We could do the contrast. We do the contrast. You're not going to hold up in that too well. But then again, you did say you were equal to my screen's black technology. So let's see. I'm just going by what you stated. I'm just going by what you stated. You claim that your product, you're saving people hundreds of dollars. You're telling people that your product is equal to mine. I'm just saying exactly what you said, your words. Now, yes, I said my product is more superior to yours. Well, look at it. I can back it up. And if you really want to get embarrassed, I'll go out and buy myself a 4K projector and I'll blow your screen out on a 4K projector. As a matter of fact, I'll give you the 4K. I'll take the 720p and I'll still blow your screen out. You want to go down that road and talk about 4K? You don't want to do that demonstration, do you? I'll give you the 4K. I'll use a 720p and I'll still blow your screen out of the water. I'll use that 800 by 600 720p in the next room. And I'll still beat your screen in color and contrast. And still be able to produce a nice bright image where I won't turn dark. So you want to do that demonstration, you let me know. But until then, we'll watch this. If there's any proof there. People say, but he's pulling a higher, he's supposed to put a higher white level, just like that white screen on the far end. It's supposed to do the same thing too. The thing is that we want to see if our screen comes up as he described in this video. Like, so the fellow we're talking about, it's a fellow by the name of Crow 1176. So in his demonstrations, when he claims he's actually tested our products, if he has the real ones he doesn't have, he does these fake demonstrations with black house paint. And in these demonstrations, he claims that our product comes up so dark you can't even see the screen. Now, anyone who develops black technology or any kind of dark technology, whether it be a big company or a corporation or wherever it may be, or a small company like me, knows that anytime you develop black technology, your white levels are going to drop by some. Same thing if you develop a gray screen, two things are going to happen. Contrast level and color levels are going to drop because your white levels are too high. But he wants people to believe that his light gray screen paints can pull contrast levels equal to a black screen and white levels just as high as a white screen. That's virtually impossible. So this is why he does these demonstrations where he's sitting in the dark, showing contrast, and then when he tries to show off his screen, having the ability to have ambient light projection when it's not ambient light projection. He does these demonstrations in a fully lit environment with plenty of color. So, in his demonstration, he has this black screen. It's supposed to be our product. And this is how our screens are supposed to produce. Now, as I said, the guy is not too smart. And the reason why I say this is because we have certified screens we test against all the time, and those screens are white, light gray, silver, and we have tests against those surfaces all the time. So if we're doing lighter screens that are certified, what makes you think that this everyday gray screen paint is going to be to turn our screen dark when a certified white screen can't do it? Isn't that interesting? Now, produce a little higher white level? Yes. Produce color better on our screen? No. Produce contrast better on our screen? No. Be able to turn our screen so dark you can't see it? No. Is he jealous? Yes. Very? Yes, yes. As you said, your screen. Now, I just produced nice bright colors. Bright enough for the screen to be visual, to be seen. Now we have contrast coming up. What's going on with your screen? How come your colors are so washed out and faded? You're supposed to be equal to a black screen. Let's see if we can turn the screen dark. As he claimed, we have this dark spot. So, judging by the image he showed, this should be, my screen should be so dark, you can't see anything at all. And again, we have a certified white screen with a 0.9 gain lane against my screen. Doesn't even make my screen look like the ones that you display in your videos. Maybe that's because that's not our product. So one thing I realized about this individual, he will try to find things that he can only understand. Like he'll go near the gunmetal because the gunmetal is a dark gray screen. He'll go near certain screens that he feels he can get away with. The Nova 19 Nova was a complete fail. We all know that. The trying to do the exotic green screen, you missed that whole entire challenge. In that challenge, you were supposed to paint the screen and do all the tests on the same day live. You didn't do any of the tests at all. Period. This is what I mean by cutting corners. If you tested your product correctly, it wouldn't be looking like this. It'd be looking a little better. Let's see over here. You said you can pull contrast equal to black screens, right? There you go. So what you're saying is your Cinemax, being a light screen, can produce a contrast level, which is actually, this is interesting. So Cinemax is lighter than the personal mix. And would it be lighter than the personal mix? Because it can't be the same color. If it's the same color, then that means you're selling two of the same screen paints under a different name. Or two of the same screen paints but under a different name. So it has to be slightly lighter. From what I've seen, it looks slightly lighter. So if it's slightly lighter in the personal mix, and the Metallica Mix 2.0 is a little darker. It's much darker than the personal mix, much darker. With that being said, its contrast levels don't show for jack, and that's it right there. So if the Metallica Mix 2.0 having a more darker contrast level, not a darker contrast, but a darker shade to it, is not pulling up the contrast level correctly, what makes you think that your Cinemax is going to pull up an image that's going to be darker than the Metallica Mix 2.0? Which we're going to test out too. We want to take all your screens, you're going to test them out against a white screen. And this is the reason why we don't order directly from him, because if he knew we were doing this, or he knows we're doing this, he would taint the product. He would add something to it and taint it. So when it comes over here, it wouldn't be able to do what it was supposed to do. That's why we have a few customers over in California. They'll be saying hello to you soon. They'll be buying from you And you can't mess with the product because you don't know if it's a customer or one of us. See? You know how beautiful that is? I'm not dressed that. That's why we do that. So you can't tamper with it. So you can't come on there and say, hey, look, you know, I sent them this, I sent them that. You can't do any of that sneaky stuff. You don't know who's going to buy it. You don't know when they're going to buy it, but it's going to get bought. You don't know that. That's the whole purpose. That's why you didn't know about the Metallica Mix 2.0. You didn't know we ordered that product. We did order it. That's why it's here in my house right now. That's how we have to do things when it comes to him, because he's sneaky. So we can't say, hey, I want to order the product from you, because he'll go in and taint it, do something weird to it. So when it gets over here, it doesn't work, or it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And that's what he does. So that's why we get somebody else to order it. He had somebody contacting us through email, asking us to do him. I'll do you a favor, so and so and so. Man, look, man, we know your dirt already. You do so much dirt. We know it all too well. So for a fact that we know, for the simple fact that that was somebody, one of your people, trying to get send them money so they can send us something over. We know that already. We have our own. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry your little heart out. We have a few people over in California that are going to be ordering that product for us, and they'll take care of it. Don't worry about that. We got you. You get a little coin in your pocket, and we get your product over here just like we got your Metallica Mix 2.0, and we'll see exactly if it matches that black screen, if it can pull that contrast level next to that black screen. We won't be sitting in the dark. I'll let you know that one. As a matter of fact, you remember all the light we had in the one room when we had with the projection screen? We had light coming up. We're going to do it in that area right there. You're going to have to pull a star field in that much light next to that screen. And then we'll test you against all the other screens we have in the house to see how your contrast levels and colors pull up. And then we'll test you against the certified screens to see how you equal to those. Especially that screen on the floor, which when I get done with it, the Lux, I think it's the LUXIXI, I think that's what it is. Yep, right over there. I'm about to staple it to a frame. Okay, let's continue on. Now, I'm still looking for this dark image. As you displayed, our image is supposed to be so dark. You know what we're going to do Monday? I'm going to bring a second projector down here. We're going to put it over here, and we're going to show your demonstration of how dark our product's supposed to be. And we're going to do the same video over here that you did in your video. We're going to display them back and forth and record that, put that live on Facebook, and put that live here on YouTube. Because my Sony projectors upstairs, the FA36, have a twin mode in them, which means I can display two screens at the same time. And that's what we're going to do. I don't know what you're doing, but you're definitely lying to your customers. That screen's not pulling up anything. Let's go over here. Maybe the room's not dark enough. I only have lights on it, one section, this right here. Everything else is out. So we're just using everyday ambient light in the environment. Well, reds ain't coming up. Oh, I know this demonstration. This is not going to go good. This is a very contrast demonstration. Very heavy contrast. Anytime we do demonstrations, we show brighter areas, the screen comes a little brighter. We're not concerned about that. We know that's going to happen automatically. What we need to see is when that happens is how dark the image is going to come up, and can the screen produce an image, as he claims in this demonstration. We're going by his theory on his statement that this is how our technology is supposed to produce so dark you can't see it. Now keep in mind, Crow, I don't want you to forget this because you got a short-term memory. I want you to remember that one screen right there. That's a white screen right there laying against my black screen. And this is where you should be right now, backing up your product and showing a star field demonstration, contrast demonstration, everything you said that you can match my screen on. You should be doing that demonstration. And just take a black sheet of paper, that fake great black screen paint you got, and stick it in the middle of your screen. J and K 4K demonstration. Let's see if we can get the screen to go dark here. The reason why he's threatened by the product, and I'll tell you why. He can't pull contrast. He already knows it from the door. Only thing he can pull is a white level, and that's it. And a white level on a projection screen really don't mean jack at all, to tell you the truth. People want contrast, they want color pop. Long as the colors are white enough and bright enough where the image pops up, that's what's important. This product is obsolete. Like I said, we have a screen paint downstairs, a 3.0, that can match this product and basically show a heavier contrast. I can show contrast on that gray screen with no problem. In a fully lit environment. Let's see what else we got on here real quick. See if we can turn this screen dark as he claimed in his demonstration. Let's grab ourselves another one. Trigger trying to figure out how we're going to turn this screen dark. Let's grab this one right here. I bet you if I take my projector and I push it all the way up on my screen, with one of your screen paints there, I still can produce a better color than your screen. So you lied in your demonstration. No, you don't pull contrast equal to our screen. You don't produce color next to our screen. You can't turn our screen dark where it's unviewable. You lied. No, but then again, that's what you do anyway. Jamie Fernando. You do a lot of lying, man. You don't make products right. You don't. You don't make products right. You cheat your customers. On top of that, you gouge the daylights out of them in shipping. You know, my shipping label that came here, when I'm gonna show the shipping label when it gets here. It says $13. So if you're shipping and charging people $23.70, I think it's like $23.70. And my package, when it got here, was in a mailer. That mailer cost $8 to ship from A to B. Where did I pay $23 at for a package that cost? And the woman who placed the order told me how long it took to get there. It didn't come by no express shipping or anything. It came by regular shipping time, which means you're cheating your customers out of shipping too. Let's see what else we got on here that we can play around with. He's claiming that the screen is supposed to come up so dark you can't see it. Let's go over to J and K. That's what I wanted at first. Oh, we got the Philips demonstration too. That's the one you did a demonstration claiming the screen was so dark it wouldn't come up. Let's see. Can't pull color. Color is definitely not coming up. That is washed out. Now, where is my screen coming up dark again? Where's that dark spot? I'm looking for that dark spot. Not seeing it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do it at the end of the month. I'm going to buy myself another PX747 4K projector. You want to make comments about 4K, my screen and technology? I'm going to embarrass you on a level, man. I don't think you're going to be able to lift your head up when I get done with you on this one. I'm going to put your screen paint on the 4K, and I'm going to use the 720p. We're going to do color patterns, white levels, contrast, everything. Versus your Cinemax on a 4K projector versus my screen paint on a 720p 800 by 600 SVGA. And let's see if your screen paint on that 4K can beat my technology on an 800 by 600 720p projector and contrast and color, and see if you can make my screen go dark. I'm going to broadcast it everywhere. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put that on my front page for my web page. Now see, you got to have a lot of confidence in your product to do that. I can, because I know what's going to happen to your screen. If your screen can't produce on a 1080p projector, sure enough, it's definitely going to have a problem on a 4K. You're not going to be able to produce any colors whatsoever, even with the enhancement of the other screen having 4K capabilities. Still looking for this dark image to pop up, Jamie. I'm not seeing it. You're equal to us? How? Where are you equal? My colors are just as bright as yours. And my screen is what color again? What color is my screen, Jamie? And I'm doing it live, real time. He ain't got no answers. He's over there scratching his head, drawing out his next plan. Come out tomorrow, I should tell them that his screen paint can't see color.
No laundry, no errands, no chores, nothing but snow.
Can't pull contrast, ain't happening. Yeah. Well, people, at the end of the day, the gray screen is obsolete. You done spent $107 on a product that's 8 years old. Sad thing, you're probably using it on a newer projector. Gray screen paint is old. Even next to the elite screens, even they know it's an old screen. That's why their most elite flagship technology is gray, is dark gray, gunmetal, Dark Star 9. Any company, any big corporation, anybody who's selling selling screens, they know that the dark gray screens are the elitist. They're the best. And if you get anything darker than that, then that's going to cost you even more money. But he'd have you believe that that's not possible. I have the superior technology in the world. No, you don't. Do you remember Prime Vision 3.0? Prime Vision was house primer. I used that to match your screen. That's what Prime Vision was. It was primer. This is why he told calibrate. Calibrate. Oh, you got to calibrate. You have to calibrate. You have a projector, you need to calibrate. No, you don't. Whatever, you come up with that dumb nonsense, you got to calibrate. And people come on my channel talking about, oh, but you got to calibrate. And you see the colors on my screen? I don't calibrate. Guess you're gonna calibrate your contrast levels too while you're at it. But it's important you have to calibrate. Yeah, that's the dumb nonsense that the industry fed to you for years. And now you believe that nonsense. Cut it out, you sheep. Because that's pretty much what it is. Their screens can't do certain things, so they put it in there for the protocol. You have to be at a certain viewing angle. You got to be on the viewing. You got to be in line with the screen. You got to use an ambient light controlled environment. You have to calibrate your projector. You have to use this particular caliber of projector. Yeah, they just tell you all that stuff because the bottom line is the screens don't perform well on that level. And that's what you have to follow. That freaking hurdles and loopholes in order to get your screen to activate right. I'm not calibrating jack. I come on here and do unboxings all the time on eBay. And what's the first thing you watch me do? Open up projector, hit on the screen, we're done. You see me calibrate a projector? Never. Did I tell you to calibrate projectors? No. Do you have to? No. But you got to get your colors right. So let me get this straight. So my screen's sitting up there with 18 certified screens ranging from $800 to $5,000, and I'm blowing them all out in color, and my projector's never been calibrated? No, there's nothing wrong with your projector, it's your screen. That's the problem you're having. You're sitting there calibrating your projector thinking that's going to fix the problem. Not even close. Not even close. It's your screen. Your projector only works as well as your screen. If your screen doesn't have the capability, then your projector doesn't have the capability. As you can see, he's not pulling contrast right now. But your projector has to have a high contrast ratio. This one doesn't, and it's pulling contrast. You don't know why to give you a contrast rating to begin with. You never want to see it to begin with if you don't have the right screen. That's what I find so hilarious when people sit there and go, oh, it has a 22,000 or something, 50,000, it has 100,000 in contrast. And I look at the screen like, well, you're not going to see it. what planet are you going to see that contrast? Ugh. Look at that. There you go. You know how old calibrating projectors come from? The freaking white screen era. In that particular era, you had to calibrate a projector. You didn't have much of a choice. You were dealing with a white screen. Now imagine these three screens up here had this. My screen is 148 inches. Can you imagine watching this on a 148-inch screen? These washed out colors. When I can do this on a $59 ultra short throw projector that I got on eBay. Yep, I said $59. That's what I paid for it. Not even calibrated, still sitting in the factory settings in the first unbox on eBay. And I can fill this whole entire screen out in a fully lit environment. Done it over and over again. I've come in here and I've shown you Tron going off on one screen, Tron on this screen, Starfield on this one, Starfield on this one. I can go back and forth on each one of my screens. Walk around the house, show you this angle, that angle, this angle. Anywhere I move in the house, that screen pulls up. Yet you got people sitting in the dark, can't even do certain demonstrations because the screen's not going to pull up. That's how your screen's supposed to react. And it's not supposed to cost you an arm and leg. It's not supposed to cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, on our end, we deal with, that's why I do the certifieds, because I can say I can save you thousands of dollars and still have a screen that can perform better than a screen that costs you $5,000. Where the other person can't even show you that to begin with. He can't even show you a decent contrast level. And since your technology is so equal, please show me a 180-inch screen with your product on it and show me Star Wars dogfight scene at 657. And that was an 8 that did that demonstration, 8 or 12, I think it was. Show me. Match my demonstration on my video when you first come in on my channel. Me outside painting a black screen outside. And not only showing contrast levels, we got to come back to that. Not only showing contrast levels, but white levels at the same time. Yeah, go check out that video. It's on my intro. Painting the screen outside. Match that one. It can't. Because the screen won't show up. That's why. That's why they can't match it. A 135-inch screen I got sitting on my deck. It's bigger than your screen in your living room. My screen out here at 148, bigger than the screen in your living room. My screen over in the gunmetal sitting in the window, 126-inch, bigger than your screen. Screen upstairs, the gaming screen, 135, bigger than your screen. The Black Nova painted on my wall at 151 inches, bigger than your screen. And when I get time to finish the backyard, we'll have a 250 back there, which will be bigger than all the screens I have in here. That's my next one, 250. Man, they don't want to stay, do they? I'm like, no! Let's just make sure we get them all up there to stay, because I'm tired of getting up. I really am. And besides, I'm going to get me a bowl of cereal. I'm dying for a bowl of Lucky Charms right now, because they are so magically delicious. Just so magically delicious. All right, we should be good from here. That's why I did the... Look how close it is. Close. Look how close it is. 4,300 lumen. Christie projector. 4,300 lumens. We're right up on top of the screen. That's bad. That's really bad. I'll show you something even worse. Batman, Bane scene. I like this particular scene because it's so dark.
Let's not stand up, ceremony here.
You did say your technology was equal to mine, right? Saving people hundreds of dollars. You can't even pull contrast level. That screen's not supposed to be coming up tan. Look at the white screen. That's bad. Let's go with let's see. Tron. Look at that. Even on commercials, you can't even turn my screen dark. Not even the white 0.9 can do it. Screen washed out again. Where's your contrast? Not even there. That's not supposed to be tan. That's absolutely horrible. Transformers. Fight scene. And we're all like, no, no. Draw the line there, buddy boy. No. Come on now, we gotta do this. Oh, by the way, the Elite screen is an acoustic screen too. They're acoustics. That's an acoustic screen, by the way, so you know that. Beautiful thing about lens shifting, I can just shift the image down so it includes all the screens. And what was that nonsense you were talking about? My screen so dark you can't see it? Huh. Interesting. Yeah. I'm gonna get that 4K projector. We're gonna do this demonstration. When we do the Cinemax, we gotta do the Cinemax in a special way. I'm gonna give you the 4K. I'm gonna take the 720p. I'm gonna take the lowest projector we got here, the 720p SVGA. That's what I'm gonna use. We're gonna do a nice big side by side. That's what we're gonna do. And you're gonna watch me, and I hate to say it, I can back it up. I'm gonna say it before it happens. I'm gonna level your screen. I mean, completely level your screen. That Cinemax against a black Nova, are you kidding me? I'm gonna give you the 4K. I'm gonna take the 720p 800 by 600 projector over there. And that projector, we're gonna show color, contrast, everything, the whole 9 yards. Number one, we're gonna see if you can turn my screen so dark you can't see it, as we're trying to do right here. We're going to see if your screen can pull better color against my screen. You having the 4K, me having an 800 by 600 res projector. And can your screen pull the same contrast level equal to my black screen as you claim in your demonstrations? This is going to be pretty embarrassing. I'm going to tell you that right now from the door. It is not going to go well. Let's see. Next time, they'll teach you a lesson not to bring up the word 4K and involve in my product. Can't work with 4K. Okay. I don't need 4K to make my images look good. That's why I'm going to give you the 4K. I'm going to take the low-end projector and still blow your projector out. And I'll do a couple of certifies along the way just to show you how good that technology is. We don't need 4K if we don't need it. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna get that I like the PX747. You know why? That projector has 3,500 lumens attached to it. That's why it's the brightest. Right now, I think it's just the brightest 4K projector. All right, let's go over to. We did movies, so you didn't do well with the movies. Ooh, Call of Duty trailer night scene. Modern Warfare realistic night scene. Now, those of you who do Call of Duty, you do know you do a lot of night missions. A lot of night missions. This is what happens if you use it on a gray screen or white screen versus black technology. See how washed out your image looks? When I play Call of Duty on a black screen, I can see you crystal clear. And I can be in a fully lit environment on that dark screen and I can see you crystal clear. Look how washed out that is. All right, let me see. Let me think of something else here. 4K snow screensavers. Let's see if we can turn the screen so dark, like that pitch black image he displayed on how dark our screens are supposed to come up. You can't barely see them because you got this black spot staring you in the face.
Having kick means having stuff, like Keystone Stairway Boat, storage inside the stairs, behind the stairs, even under the bed.
Shit, we talking about kids. Shoot, you lucky you guys. Some of y'all probably did grow up in my era where your sisters had those metal jacks back in the day, and she's leave them suckers out. Oh my goodness, you ever step on a metal jack? Not the plastic, the metal ones. Yeah, I remember that. And the army men, I had lots of army men, so pretty much most of that was my fault. But yeah, the metal jacks were unforgiving. So as I said before in our demonstrations, the white levels are going to be tad low, but nothing is going to disrupt your picture quality at all. Because if it was so dark as he displayed it, and we're going to go by his expert opinion that was so dark you can't see the screen, you wouldn't be able to make out Mr. Wolfie here, neither would you make out the snowbanks and the shadow, none of that all, period. Mr. Wolfie. Then they'll come out and go, well, no, this is how, idiot, we have live. Again, he's not a smart individual. We have live, like everybody else does, and we have your product. So you constantly trying to tell people that our screens you can't see the screen. We all know that's a lie. But it isn't a lie that your screens can't see color and can't see contrast, because I don't know what planet you're living on, but there's no gray screen that's going to produce a contrast level equal to a black screen. Just not going to happen. Hey, Chief, how you doing? So I don't even know where he gets that theory from to begin with, because like I said, virtually impossible. No gray screen. If that was the case, there'd be no point in buying a gunmetal screen or any of the expensive high-end screens, because you could buy a gray screen and it'll do the exact same thing. If that was the case. Why go out and spend $5,000 or $3,000 for a Dark Star 9 when you can just go get a Cinema Gray? It'll do the exact same thing for $800. That's what he's trying to sell to you. Common sense? Not even anywhere near the ballpark. I think you're the one individual that would take out a loan from a bank and open up an ice cream store in the middle of the Antarctic. You have no common sense. Here we go. What do you think? I'm afraid to show my white levels? I do this every time I display certified screens. What's the first thing I ask for? White screen. Give me white screen. Give me white screen. Give me white screen. Give me snow levels. Give me the snow dog. Give me skin tones. Give me beautiful women. Beautiful women 4K are the women that pop up to do the display with 4K. Oh, sorry about that. We got to go do that again. Give me sandy beaches. Sandy beaches, like you're on the beach. Good gracious, that sounds so close to something really bad. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Attention timeshare owners. Timeshare Freedom Group's freedom process has helped thousands of people get out of unwanted timeshares.
How the freak do you get caught up in a timeshare to begin with? Are you drunk? I can see, when timeshares first came out, a lot of people got duped in them because a lot of people just didn't know. But now, I mean, come on, people make jokes about timeshares all the time. Like, how do you get caught up in that one? They must be giving away something like really, really crazy free. I don't know what in the world you would think to get caught up in a timeshare to begin with. I mean, you must have been drunk to do it. I couldn't imagine doing a timeshare. You got to share a thing with someone? No, that doesn't work for me. You gotta share the place? No, I'm not doing that. It's a cheaper deal. Let's I gotta turn the volume down on this one because this one is basically using, I like this video right here. It shows a lot of nice white levels, but they're using where the music is copyrighted. I'm not going down that road with it. So, this is what I gotta do to take out the music. There we go. I love this snowboarding demonstration right here. And look, Jamie, Jamie, look at that. Look at the white levels on my screen. What color is my screen again? There we go. Where is that black image that you display on your channel? Our screen coming up so dark you can't see it. Oh wait, that's not our screen. But that is your product right there. Bam. 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 Yeah. Not come up as dark as you said it would, huh? All right, let's go someplace you can't go to. Color red. Oh, color red? Color red screen. You can't go here because your screen can't see color. Let's flip through all the colors. Can't see red. And mine, oh, wait. Before we go, let's do this from right here. This is supposed to be a personal mix, right? So we're going to take this one and put it right there. I'm going to take this one down right here. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to take my projector and we're going to move it way up on top of the screen. Before I get ready to get out of here, because it's not going to go easy. Right near the fit. Now, this is a 4300 lumen projector. Chrissy. I'm moving my projector right up on top. We're going to get closer in there. You don't want to be up there, but you're going to have to be up there. So let's see if we move that projector at 4300 lumens, how close it is, up on top of the screen. Can your screen produce better color than my screen? That's my neighbors that have special needs. There you go. It's right there, right on top of the screen. At 4300 lumens. A 1920 by 1200 Chrissy projector. And these don't have 8, they have 12 bits of color. These are venue projectors. And right on top of your screen, right here. And your screen still can't see color. Even when my projector is sitting right up on top of it, you can't see color. White screen. Let's see if we can turn my screen dark. So where's that deep black? That's supposed to pop up. Starfield screensaver. Let's see if you can pull a contrast level equal to my screen. So probably around mid next month, we're going to get ourselves a 4K projector in here. We don't need it, but we're going to get one in here. And we're going to do the Cinemax. Will be on the 4K projector. We will be on a 720p SVGA 800 by 600 res projector. And in that demonstration, We'll give him the higher up projector, and I'll show you where I'm going to beat his screen paint, not only in colors and contrast, and he will not have the ability. Now, he's going to produce a better white level. That is always going to be true. But the fact that you can turn our screen dark and unseeable, not going to happen. And not only are we going to do that, we're going to repeat that demonstration in the dark. To show you that we don't even have to use 4K to level your screen. And I'm going to do that with the Cinemax. And then I'm going to do all your screens together in one hit. Look on the bright side. At least I didn't take you outside, because it'd be far worse out there. But again, as I said, if you feel that I wronged you in the demonstration, feel free to repeat the same demonstration. And don't forget the contrast, because for some reason you always forget that contrast level. I don't know why, but you do. Oh, by the way, here you go, Jamie. 0.9. This is what we test our screens, our black screens. A white screen with a 0.9 gain. This is how we test out our white levels on our technology. That the screen can produce a high enough white level to be able to not turn black when being hit with a screen with a 0.9. Not a gray screen paint like you had. This is a white screen. Big difference. That screen pulls a higher white level than yours. If you're going around telling your customers that you pull the same white level as 0.9 elite screen, you have lied, because you don't. 4K screensavers. Let's go with LG snowboarding demonstration. So there you go, Jamie Fernando at a Crow 11746 or 76, I think that's what it is. Yeah, this is what we test our black screens on, or any dark gunmetal screens. Common sense would tell you that's the reason why. We have a kitchen drawer full of the higher, lighter gray screens that are much more advanced than yours, like a Seymour 81.3, Cinema Gray 5D, Cinema Gray 3D, Matinee Silver. You know, that's why we have these screens in there, to test it against our black technology, to make sure that our screens can maintain a high enough white level where the screens are going to come so dark that you can't see it. And here you come along with your primer paint and you say, look, I can turn the screen dark. This is their product. Not knowing that we had these high-end sample sheets to test our products against. Just like the dumb demonstration you did yesterday about the screen paint not working on 4K projectors. I'm sorry, people, but I'm gonna laugh at him. He's an idiot. Now, a 0.9 white screen can't turn my screen dark. What makes you think your product can? Oh man, good gracious, man. Seriously, I still can't get over that whole, oh, this product doesn't work with 4K projectors. Oh my goodness, boy, I never laughed so hard in my life, man. I almost coughed myself to death laughing so hard over that freaking thing. You really believe that our screen paint doesn't work with 4K projectors, Jamie? Really? Don't you know I owned a 4K projector? I did an unboxing on YouTube. We even had a dedicated screen paint design, a black one designed just for a 4K projector. Oh man. What's going to be tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be Did you know that the Nova paint can't see color? That's gonna be the next one. I don't know, man. That's pretty sad. That is pretty sad. But like I said, since you are in this thing about making our products, you got 3 days left, buddy. 3 days to make that liquid screen. Because you claim all of a sudden that, yeah, my orders are coming through. You claimed all of a sudden that you could make anything we make, right? There's that liquid technology over there. You got 3 days left. I'm expecting to see that demonstration real soon. Till then, I got to get back to my orders and I got to go. Thank you all. It's just that, man, he just don't understand that we test our products, man. You got to test your products. You got to. Tests are very important. He doesn't test anything. All he does is take his product, paints it on a piece of small little board or whatever it is. Then he sticks that into a dark environment and says, look how beautiful the colors are. Look how amazing it looks. He said, you're getting more back. I'm saving you hundreds of dollars. Shoot, I save you less than that off that product. You make that stuff for $48 and it outperformed this product. See that down there, Jamie? Look at that. Those are all the sample sheets. All those sample sheets in there. Blue technology, beat your screen. Beat your screen. Since we never use 4K, all right, no problem. You don't test your products, man. That's the thing, man. This stuff is so shoddy and so cheaply made that, like I said, I made a screen called Prime Vision. It was made out of primer. I matched your screen paint with it. Heck, the freaking video you were showing people that you deleted. You were showing people how to make your product. All it is just black and white paint. Ain't nothing different about it. Black and white paint. On your channel, lying to people, telling them that, hey, my product has the same white level as a white screen. My screen basically can match the contrast to a black screen or a gunmetal screen. Does the exact same thing. You okay? Think you've been on your bridge snorting fumes or something. Something's wrong with you. I would never even make a statement like that. Well, but it sounds like me making a statement that, oh, our black screens produce a white level equal to a white screen. Yeah, whatever. So we got to do this one next. Next, we're going to do 4K Fish Tropical. Next, we're going to do, I got to finish that screen out over there because I need to stretch that to a frame. Where's my 4K Fish Tropical? 4K Fish Tropical. Come on, man, get it together. There we go. See? That's the difference between my, and I can put your product right up there and wash it out again using that projector on the floor right there. $68 projector. That's what I paid. No, sorry. $59 projector, fully lit environment. I can do this. I don't have to be stuck in the dark. That's the difference between my technology and yours. Mine actually works, yours doesn't. Starfield screensaver. You can't even do that. And my ultra short though versus yours, my projector over here has a 4,000:1 contrast. Told you it comes down to the screen at the end of the day. If my screen was gray in here and I had that projector, I wouldn't be seeing that. If I had that P2 at $4,000, I wouldn't be seeing that on a gray screen because you can't pull the image. The screen makes and breaks the projector. That's why his colors don't come up correctly because he doesn't have a high enough contrast levels. His white levels are way too high. Outer space screensavers. You know, don't. The whole thing about our products don't work on 4K. Your products don't work on any projector at all. I guarantee you, I could run your screen paint through all my projectors down here, and you don't work on any of them. You're not going to pull color, and you're not going to pull contrast. I can go in and I can swap my projector. My main projector is an 800 by 600. That's my main projector. That's my main projector right there. All my projectors in the house are 720p's right here. That shows you that I don't have to. I got 1080p projectors in the house. Chrissy's at 1080p. I don't use any of those projectors. I use the projectors for demonstrations or maybe displays back and forth, but that's it. My main projectors I use in the house are 720p. And when I get finished, the Chrissy 505, it's going to be swapped out for a short throw. I'm actually getting rid of that projector. I'm going to short throw 720p for that one. So I don't have to use 1080p. It's not a requirement. I don't have to use 4K. You have to use 4K. Because if not, your picture looks like crap without it. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. I'm going to let this play for a little bit. I'm still putting up my cords and stuff. I got to staple that frame down to get that material nice and tight. We'll do that for tomorrow. I wasn't supposed to be doing any videos today, so I'm not supposed to be. But I did a few of them, which I shouldn't have did. But anyway, I'll do better next time. Myself something to eat. Watch my cartoons. And watch outer space with my lights on. Forgot to add real quick. All right, so as this is playing, we just launched one of them today. This is our outside kit for the Black Novas. It is the outdoor kit that comes with a free screen. So the first one's going to come with a 150-inch screen. The screen is free. Keep in mind it's not pre-coated. You have to paint that yourself. I will be doing a demonstration on that particular screen. It'll be loaded on the website, so it's like it'll be a short tutorial, you know. So if you want instructions on how to do it, just go click on there on the website, and it'll show you how to paint it, tips and tricks and stuff, how to paint it and all. We have it on the website. It comes with a gallon, and it comes with a 150-inch outdoor surface with grommets. They're going to go from 150-inch to 160, 180, and the last one's going to be around 200 or 250, something like that, around that size. But that's what we're going to have. And this is fantastic if you're doing events or you want to do a huge screen in the backyard or however way you want to have it. You know what I mean? You got this massive surface that you're getting for free. And I said before, sorry, but we're not shipping overseas anymore. I do apologize, but it just comes. I've been doing it for years. I mean, for years, right? Over 10 years, I've been doing it, shipping for free overseas, and it's just too expensive. I mean, we just can't do it anymore. So please keep in mind, if you do place an order, we have to send your money back. You know, we're sending your money right back to your account. But, you know, sorry about that, but that's the way it is now. All right. Let me see. Yeah, that being said, I got to go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless.